This is Nick Nielsen, the Mad Scientist of Muscle, and what I've got for you today here is a fantastic shoulder exercise. Now, this one I was actually really surprised and impressed with how well it works. This is a 2 barbell machine banded Y press. Now, normally when you're doing a Y press with dumbbells, you're basically holding it like that and bringing it up so your arms are in the shape of a Y, essentially. Now, I've never liked that one. Primarily because I find when I get to about here, it really takes the tension off of the shoulders and I don't really feel it very well. So what we're going to do here is that same Y press movement using 2 bars. Now this is set up in the power rack. That rail is a little bit higher, it's about as high as it can go on my rack. This is set a few notches lower, so I'm getting a downward angle. Now I've got literally hardly any weight on here, just 7.5 pounds. You don't need much because this is going to be continuous tension. So, adding the band. Take your regular 42-inch band. This is just a red small band. You're going to put it in half here. So basically just fold it over. Very simple. Now you can see that's forming a loop. This is going to stretch in between these 2 bars. So what you want to do, get one end looped around the one side, move this bar over, and then just get that end looped around the other one. Now you can see we've got band tension. Now the fun begins. You're going to do a Y press. So start in kind of a little bit. As you press up, you're going to push outwards. So you want tension, outwards pushing tension the entire time. This is going to activate those side delts incredibly strongly, and because this is continuous tension, you're not losing any tension top to bottom, start to finish. Not one bit. This is absolutely, even with lightweight, murder on the muscles on the shoulder, not the joints of the shoulder, which makes it a really good shoulder exercise in my book. So here's what it looks like. Alright, so that is what the exercise looks like. Now, as you're doing it, you're going to notice that your grip is going to be challenged on this too, because as you're pushing out, it's just basically the thumb that's hooked on there, pushing those barbell ends outwards against band resistance. Now, this is like doing an overhead lateral raise. So this hand position, as you're forcing it outwards, that is basically a lateral raise. So it's a similar kind of movement, only in kind of an overhead position. So it's going to really light up the medial delts. Fantastic exercise for really feeling the shoulders working rather than putting undue pressure on the joints. So give this one a shot. So you've got the setup, bands, a couple of bars, and a rack.